Yes, get ready. This is legal matter, and this is at the rate of 100 words per minute. Yes, ready? Start. Sir, we have before us the Industrial Disputes Amendment Bill 2009 for discussion. I would say that we are visiting this branch of law after a very long time. The Industrial Disputes Act was enacted in 1947. Several developments have taken place in the country after liberalization. There were moves to dilute the protection to the workmen and to give every right to the employer. But fortunately, those moves fell through, and the law continues to give protection to the workmen. During this very period, we have seen that there is a great fall in the spirit of trade unionism in many parts of the country. It developed into some kind of harassment and exploitation of the workmen by the trade unions. The situation in the field has therefore developed in various ways. Today, I am happy that the law is being visited again for the purposes of the protection of the workmen. The bill was introduced as usual. It was sent to the standing committee. The standing committee, after its deliberations, gave its report. Here I have a question in my mind on the efficacy of the role of the standing committees. Normally, we find that the standing committees are doing work which really goes to the root of the matter, which finds the merits and demerits in a bill and then makes suggestions. Sir, we find that under the rules, the views of these standing committees have only a persuasive value. But now the word persuasive is not understood in the way in which it ought to be understood, and we find from bill to bill it is not treated with a persuasive value. The standing committee report is treated as a mere formality, and the government does not care to look into concrete suggestions made by the standing committee. Sir, this standing committee took the views of the employers, employees, and the society, the three parties which are relevant in our country, and they came to a consensus on several issues which I am going to list. Very reasonable and correct suggestions were made by the standing committee in the various provisions of this bill. No prejudice would have been caused to the government or its prestige if these suggestions were gracefully accepted and incorporated in the bill. But the standing committee report is before the House. The bill as it is before the House without the government bothering to make the bill better, to make the bill perfect, and to make the bill more acceptable. Sir, I regret the role of the standing committee and its report is being defeated by an insensitive government. It should not be so. This is an affront in a way to the House because the committee reports on the basis of consensus of the stakeholders. All the central trade unions were represented. All of them expressed their views and there was a broad consensus. The entire implementation machinery of the government was represented. They gave their views. There was a consensus. Stop.